What do you have to do? Do you have to? Good evening, everyone, and welcome to podcast number 9 from the legendary Fairground Speedways in our big suite. It's Wednesday night. As always, it's podcast time. We're getting ready for round number 7 here at the legendary Fairground Speedways, and it's going to be a really special event, and I'm getting ready to tell you why. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about our event. This is college night at Fairground Speedways this Saturday night. College night, $5 ID. $5 is all it's going to cost you to get in if you have a college ID. Now, we've put a bunch of flyers and whatnot out around our local colleges, campuses, and favorite places to go, like Starbucks Coffee and different places like that, San Antonio Taco Company, and different places. So we hope that we're going to have a lot of college people join us for our event this weekend, and we're going to show them what action-packed stock car racing is all about. But tell you a little bit about what we got going on Saturday night, other than it being college night. $5 general admission, like I said, if you have a college ID. $10 general admission. Senior citizens and military is always $8. Kids 5 and under are always free. Grandstands are going to open at 3 o'clock, and first green flag will fall at 5 for the quarter mile action. Happy hour over here on our party deck will be from 3:30 to 4:30. Specials on all our favorite beverages and select foods. Free bouncy houses. Free Purity ice cream. Thanks to the great people over here at Purity Ice Cream on Murfreesboro Road. We're going to have a big money drop this weekend. Free school supplies again while they last. We had a few, I'd say probably 600, maybe 700 extra packs of school supplies, which have the glue, the pencils, the crayons, the writing tablets, all that good stuff that kids need for school. So we've got several hundred of those left. We're going to give them out to anyone that shows up. You're going to have to ask for them. We're not going to be just there presenting them to you. You're going to have to ask for them when you come present to our gate. So there'll be free bouncy houses, free school supplies while they last, and of course, thanks to our great friends over at Electronic Express, we'll be giving away, as always, a flat screen TV that will be drawn. The lucky name will be drawn out of the hat by our Miss Fairground Speedways at intermission time, and someone will take home the flat screen TV compliments of Electronic Express, as always. Coming up is the 33rd annual running of the All-American 400 presented by Freeman and Webb Company, September 30th and October 1st. And we're going to talk about the scheduling on the All-American 400 here just in a second. But all of our information, our flyers are available. We ask everyone to please, we don't care who you are, if you're a racing fan, if you're a sponsor, if you're a driver, if you're a crew member, like I say, if you're just a fan, stop by and pick you up a big old handful of these flyers, big old stack of them. We got plenty of them, and help us pass them out. Help us get them out there to support your sport and your facility here. But we need you guys to come by and help us get these out. Help us get the word out. I'm doing my part on my end on buying commercials, airtime, TV commercials, and whatnot. And some of our great supporters at the Fairground Speedways, Kevin Cordell and his bunch over there are printing all this stuff up for us. And we want you guys to help us get this stuff out. Help us get it at your favorite cool down place, your favorite market, wherever we can put these flyers, we need to put them. So come on, guys and girls, help us out on this and help us get this out. We really need your support here at the Legendary Fairgrounds Speedway. Let's talk a little bit about the. We'll bounce back over here in just a few minutes and talk about the schedule for this weekend. But first of all, I wanted to bring to your attention, because it was brought to mind today, that some of the scheduling for the All-American 400, we may be changing some of that, just tweaking it just a little bit. So on the Tuesday night schedule, we're going to sit down with a few people within the next couple of days, and we may be changing the Thursday schedule around. As you folks know, we're going to have a gigantic Legends Car event, and as always, that's sponsored by BH Homes Construction Company. This is going to be an INEX national sanctioned event, so don't be surprised if you see as many as 40, maybe 50, maybe even 60 Legends cars show up for this event. So we're going to do everything we can to make this the best that we can make it. It's been a long time since we've had that many cars here at the Fairgrounds Speedways, and we really want to go out of our way to adjust the schedule and tweak this where we can bring our out-of-town youngsters in to be able to qualify. So it brought to my attention today that there may be some conflict on the scheduling for that, and we might lose a car or two. So we're going to be looking at probably tweaking on that, changing that around just a little bit. So I just wanted to let you know on that. It is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday show. The pit gates open on. It all starts on September the 28th. Our gates will open at 2 o'clock, and tech opens 3 to 7. Practice for local cars. 7 o'clock qualifying for quarter-mile divisions, 2 laps, and then at 8 o'clock on Thursday, the track closes. On Friday, and by the way, you guys can go to fairgroundspeedwaysnashville.com and pull this schedule up. We do have it available online, so everyone needs to check us out online and go ahead and get the schedule and be making plans for this event. Friday, September 29th, ticket gates open at 7:30 a.m., 8:30 to 11 a.m. We'll be parking the rigs for the super late models and the pro late models, and then 11 a.m. to 6. There'll be late model tech only, 2 o'clock. Pro late model, super late model qualifying tire selections in order. And by the way, you'll be eligible to select your tires and your parking in order that you we received your entry form. So if you were the first guy to fill out your entry form and fill it in, you'll be the first guy to come in and park your rig and get your tires and everything. So I want to encourage all you guys out there. A lot of local guys have not registered for the All-American 400 yet, and you guys never do till right to the last minute. This is something that's really important for you folks. We know you're going to register one way or another. You can register at the last minute if you want to. It doesn't make me any difference, but do yourself a favor, go on and get registered where you can get ahead of the crowd in the line and get your rig in, get you a good spot, get in line where you can get a good tire selection, and then you'll have a little bit of downtime. So Saturday, September 30th at 8 a.m. the pit gate opens. 8:30 the drivers meeting for late models only. 9 a.m. Super late model tire selection. 9:30 to 11:30 late model practice only. 11:30 to 12. Super truck practice only. 1 o'clock. Pro late model tire selection. 11 to 1 pro late model pre-qualifying tech by groups. 1:30 to 3 o'clock super late model pre-qualifying tech in groups. 3 o'clock grandstand opens. Quarter mile racing action will start at 3 p.m. 3:15 qualifying for the supers and pros. Top 28 locked in each division. 5:15 pre-race ceremony begins. 5:30 green flag drops. And that will include all of our 8 divisions, and they will start their racing on Saturday night at 5:30. Pro mods will do 20 laps, front runners will do 30, Super Street will do 30, Pure Stocks 25, Sportsman 35, Last Chance race for the top 4 to advance. It'll be 25 laps. Super Trucks 50, and the crowning of our local division champions will also be done on that Saturday night, September 30th. And then it all happens, the 33rd annual All-American 400, Sunday, October 1st. Pit gate opens at 8 o'clock. 8 a.m. last chance cars advance to tire selection if needed. 8:45 driver's chapel service. 9 a.m. mandatory drivers meeting. No show, you go to the rear. No excuses whatsoever. You're not at the drivers meeting when your name's called. It's in the rear for you guys. So 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, Pro Late Model cars through Tech and on the grid. 11 to 12, Super Late Model cars through Tech and line up on the quarter mile in race order. 9:30 a.m. grandstands open. 11 o'clock pre-race ceremonies to begin. 11:15 drivers introductions. All cars to the starting grid. 12 o'clock high. The green flag will fall for the 33rd annual All-American 400. Big Machine Pro Late Model record 100 lap in the crowning of a Big Machine Pro Late Model champion. And then immediately following that, the Freeman and Webb Super Late Model 400 laps, 33rd annual All-American 400. So, whew, man, I tell you what, that's a whole lot of stuff to do in 4 days. So, you guys be on your toes, and we're going to be on ours. I do want to mention one thing that was brought to my attention by one of our local engine builders for super late models. I got a couple calls yesterday about this Ace engine, which is used in the ARCA Midwest Tour with 750 carburetor, as described in SSPE engine section. Series officials may add or subtract weight to ensure fair competition. This engine will use a 7,800 RPM chip. Once again, y'all, this is for super late models only. This has been in our All-American 400 super late model rule package since 2015. We haven't had any issues, any complaints. All of a sudden, I get a call from a local super late model engine builder. Somebody's going to buy one of these things and come stink up the show, but no, they're not, because we hold the rights to put weight on this, and we understand that the block is it's an aluminum block motor, LS engine, 80 pounds lighter engine block, so we're just going to compensate by making whoever shows up with one of these, if someone shows up with one of these. I don't think they will, but I just wanted to call it to everyone's attention that there will be a very reasonable weight penalty if someone shows up for the super late model race with an LS engine. Don't think it's going to happen, but just in the event that it does, we'll be prepared for that. We'll run across the points real quick for the Big Machine Records Pro Late Model Series. Casey Roderick is in the lead at 276, followed by Cal Ivey at 245, and our own Sterling Marlin at 237 is bringing up the top three for the Big Machine Records Pro Late Models. We'll go into that race this Saturday night, round 7 in that order. Casey Roderick, the leader, Cal Ivey second, Sterling Marlin third. The Clayton and James Whiskey Super Trucks, Chaz Chaffin at 329. He has a commanding lead over Alan Carter with 278. Unless something happens to Chaz Chaffin in the next two races, it looks like he's pretty much got the title clinched. I hate to say that, but that's a pretty doggone big lead. 329 over 278. And then John Burns and Alan Carter are 2 points between them out of second and third. And these are two veterans that really put on a good show. So look for a lot of competition for second place in the Super Trucks. It's not over. Chaz Chaffin hasn't won it yet, but he does have a great lead, and So he'll go into that race with a very comfortable seat, and the pressure will be on Alan Carter and John Burns for second place. I can promise you that. In the Bill Freeman Sportsman Division, Alan Carter with a commanding lead in that at 323 over Matt Barnes with 243. So I'd say Alan Carter just about has the Sportsman Division clinched. Matt Barnes at 293, which is let's see what he's got 33-point lead over Matt. That's a pretty decent lead too. Pretty comfortable lead for Alan going into round 7. But Matt Barnes and Justin Doobie are right there together. Well, there's a little under 30 points separating second and third on that. So that's going to be a pretty good round for first and second. In the Advanced Auto Parts Super Street, Kevin Rollins at 327. Jonathan Dishman at 296. Kevin Rollins has stretched out a pretty good lead on that. Sam McCord is third with 242 on that. So in the Lewis Country Store, presented by the Batter's Box, Steve Barnes with 289. Tink Jackson 288. 1 point separate that. And get this, 10 points separate second and third. Willie Coates, which owns, I think, Tink Jackson's car. Or maybe Tink and Willie own each other's cars. I don't know. But anyway, Willie and Tink got a bunch of cars, and they're 10 points apart on first and second with the Lewis Country Store presented by the Batter's Box Pure Stock Division. That's a great division. Steve Barnes with a 1 point lead going into that race. So I look for some action in that race. These guys race door to door, wheel to wheel, side by side all the time. One of our best shows that we've got is the Pure Stock division, and I guarantee you I won't miss it. I'll be there. I'll have me a ringside seat right down here on the track. USA Motor Machine Pro Mods, Chase Johnson 290. Eddie Taylor right on his heels at 284. Just 6 points separate first and second in the USA Motor Machine Pro Mod division. Travis Arms at 269. That's going to be a whale of a show right there. Just a few points separate. 6 points. That's only 2 to 3 positions. So all eyes on the USA Motor Machine Pro Mod division. It's going to be one whale of a battle to that. For the Pest Doctor frontrunners, Dustin Hamlin's out front with 306, followed by Philip McCord, 297. Travis Owen, 274. Really tight battle right there. The BH Homes Construction Legends, Hunter Wright, 273. Grayson Pate, 256. Wayne Grubb, 247. Just a few positions here and there will separate the BH Homes Construction Legends cars, and that's going to be, we have one whale of a points battle going on right here at the Legendary Fairgrounds Speedways for the 2017 season. Let's talk about Saturday night now. We're going into round 7 with the Big Machine Record Challenge Series, round 7, and it's going to be one whale of a show. Let's talk about the schedule on practice day, which will be the 25th, and then we'll roll into Saturday, and I'll tell you guys all about that. On Friday, August 25th, the pit ticket booth opens at 3 o'clock. Practice begins at 4. 4 o'clock to 4:30, quarter mile practice only. And then, as you guys know how we do that, every 30 minutes we will substitute a division. So 30 minutes a quarter mile, next 30 minutes will be the Pro Late Models and the Super Trucks. And we'll go on to 8 o'clock like that this Friday night. From 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, qualifying tires may be selected and mounted for the Super Trucks and the Pro Late Models. 7:30, the tire barn closes. 9 o'clock, everybody must be out and the gates must be locked. No personal vehicles allowed in the pits on Friday night practice, please. We're going to have to really start enforcing that because a lot of people have been coming in with their personal vehicles and parking in people's parking spots, and guess who gets to deal with that on Friday when they're trying to deal with something else? You got it right. And I really don't have time to fool with it. So you guys do me a big favor. Don't bring your personal vehicles in, because if you do, what we're going to start doing, I'm going to have a security officer down there. You bring a personal vehicle in, especially if you park in somebody's parking spot, and I got to drop what I'm doing and come down there. Whoever team you're with, you're going to start in the rear. You're not going to get to qualify. So, and if you're lucky, we'll take one lap away from you, but probably going to make it where you can't qualify. So work with us on that, guys. It creates a lot of problems for us. On the 26th, this Saturday, August 26th, 9 a.m., pit booth opens, ticket gate opens. 9:30, quarter-mile cars to tech. 11:30, mandatory. That means if you're not there, you go into the rear, guys. Mandatory 5/8 mile drivers meeting. No golf carts or whatever in the X unless you're handicapped. 11:30 to 12:30, quarter-mile cars. Your tech is open. 12 p.m. first practice will start for the super trucks, and then it'll be a 15-minute seg right down to the pro mods, the front runners, super street, and on down, all the way down to 1:45. We'll break for lunch, and then we'll have chapel service with Joe Nims. 2:05 to 2:35. We'll have super truck tires will be released. 2:35 to 3:05. Pro late model tires will be released in qualifying orders. 2:30 mandatory quarter mile drivers meeting. 3 o'clock grandstands open. 3:10 qualifying begins, and then after the super trucks and pro late models, your cars will be impounded as always. 4:45 pre-race ceremony begins. National anthem. 5 p.m. first green flag drops. 2 crew members per car in the X during the quarter mile. You must pick up your tickets to get in and be with your team at the drivers meeting. So if you miss that, don't come over and ask us to give you your tickets afterwards, because you got to get them at the drivers meeting. Always remember that. Couple things. First of all, I want to thank everyone out there that donated to the Wendell Webster Jr. Foundation, the fund, the GoFundMe account that my daughter started here. I think she raised right at $8,500 for Wendell's wife and children. Guys, you don't know what that means to their family. I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you. This family needs that. They were living paycheck to paycheck, and that's going to help them out an awful lot. Also, we're going to take up a collection for all our local people and racers. We're going to have a fishbowl sitting down there for donations for Wendell and his family, and we would appreciate all that. Also, some more news that I want to thank the entire community, our friends and family. We had a tragic loss Thursday night. My wife's sister, Terry Beard, unexpectedly had a massive heart attack, blood clot or whatnot, and passed last Thursday in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We thank everyone that called, and your thoughts and prayers were deeply appreciated. Your flowers and your calls, text messages, and whatnot means a lot to my family. I want to personally thank everyone that did that on the behalf of my sister-in-law. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that. It meant a lot to our family. So we'll see everyone back here next Wednesday. We still got a few minutes to go, but I want to remind everybody that our podcast will be right here every Wednesday at 6 o'clock live right here from the Big Suite here at the Legendary Fairgrounds Speedways. Next Wednesday, I'll have a couple of the winners for you to interview and talk to them about how the August 26th event went. We'll also, as we go on into September, as we get closer to the All-American 400, we'll be bringing some of our All-American 400 drivers as well as some of our local drivers and top 3 points standing drivers to talk about how they feel about going into the 33rd annual All-American 400. Everybody gets a guitar, all 8 divisions. Special thanks to War Inc. for that. They do a great job out at Willie Allen's building the beautiful guitars for us. I know that Scott Borchetta is mighty proud of them, and we are too. Thank you folks out there for doing such great work and bringing the guitars, doing them for all the winners as well as all the champions at our awards banquet this year and last year also. So don't forget, this Saturday night, August 26th, it all starts at 3 o'clock. Our gates will open up here at 3 o'clock. First green flag at 5. $10 general admission. Senior and citizens, $8. Kids 5 and under is always free. Happy hour on our party deck from 3:30 to 4. Specials on your favorite beverages. You must be 21 or older to go on our party deck. And we're going to have free bouncy houses, free purity ice cream, free money drop, free school supplies as they last, free TV giveaway thanks to our great friends out at Electronic Express. And our pit gate will open, as I said a while ago, at 9 a.m. We'll see everybody here this Saturday night at the legendary Fairground Speedways. Round 7. Don't miss it. Until then, everybody drive safe. Buckle up those seatbelts. God bless. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.